No, listen. No, listen.
I wholeheartedly agree with this statement. I hope you do too. Yeah, literally the moment I go into the comments of any of these TikTok videos that address this, there is always someone stating that Attack on Titan breaks this mode. I even bump into one comment saying that Mikasa breaks this mode, which I wholeheartedly disagree with, and if you want to know why, I will highly recommend this video. For in this video, I will be focused on Ymir from Attack on Titan and Kaguya from Naruto. And when it comes to Naruto female characters, everyone knows that they are written terribly. If you want to learn more about that, I would recommend this video. Now, as to why I chose to focus on Ymir from Attack on Titan and Kaguya from Naruto is because they have one major thing in common. They are both the most powerful beings in their universes. Yet even they are condemned to male and female roles as seen in anime. Especially in shonen anime, for it's no secret that females in shonen anime, majority of them are simply plot devices. They're just there as the love interest for the male characters. And as this video puts it, they're simply just token females. They're just there to check a box for their fellow viewers. So I believe that both the creator of Attack on Titan and Naruto heard these complaints about shonen anime, especially the Naruto creator, given that there's literally a scholarly journal addressing the female characters in Naruto. Now, going back to Kaguya and Ymir, when I think about these two characters, I see them as power devices as opposed to plot devices, which mostly tends to be the case in shonen anime. Now, what in the world do I mean by power device? Well, just like a plot device is there to simply push the plot, a power device is simply there for their power, which pushes the plot. And so a smaller example of this would be Laura Tiber and Frida from Attack on Titan, given that they're honestly just both there to be eaten by Eren or Eren's father, especially Laura, given that the moment she is brought up, she is immediately consumed by Eren. And so when we look at both Ymir and Kaguya, we see how Kaguya is literally just used as a tool by Black Zetsu, and how Ymir is simply there for her power for Eren to use. So now transitioning into their backstories. Their backstories are pretty similar, given that honestly is all encompassed by men. With Ymir, that's with her quote unquote love for the king, and with Kaguya, that's with her love for her suitor, and then her love for her children, and then the focus being shifted to her grandsons. And diving deeper into Kaguya's backstory First off, when I searched up like a compilation of all the flashbacks of her time and her sons and such, the video was entitled The Backstory of Hagurama. So that is where we're already starting at, people. But anywho, I actually thought she did not have a goal, but it turns out that she does in fact have a goal. It's just that it's so quick and lost amongst her sons and grandsons' stories that you'll miss it very quickly. And as seen in this clip, her goal is for there to be peace without fighting. And I know someone must be thinking, well, oh, well, isn't Black Zetsu the manifestation of her will? So technically, like, it's still her. My main argument against that is that he's pretty much seen more so as her son, as opposed to just being this separate thing of her will. So at the end of the day, this character is still treated as a male as opposed to a female. And in regards to Ymir's backstory, it is learned that she basically continued making Titans for like over 2,000 years because of her love for King Fritz. So when it comes to these two characters, their plans are either just not a plan and it's a horrible reason why they did what they did, and this one referring to Ymir just making Titans out of love for the king, and the other one didn't even do the plan, like with Kaguya's take. Like, it was Black Zetsu that planned everything out, not her. So I believe this is the start in looking at how these female characters are badly written, yet they're supposed to literally be the most powerful beings in their universes. So you may have noticed by now that I blacked out their mouths in this photo. I did this because for the large amount of time they have screen time, they are silent. I mean, Ymir just literally never talked. Beginning with Ymir is already bad enough that they honestly made her a slave. I don't mind her backstory being a slave, but to also give her the mentality of a slave as well is what really bothers me. And you're literally telling me that she did this, creating Titans, for over 2,000 years out of love. Just that's it. She did all this simply for out of love. Whether this has to do with her having Stockholm Syndrome or her being in love with the idea of being in love, it still is a terrible explanation for why something this large happened for this long. Like, I remember, like, before the ending was released, how everyone was, like, hypothesizing how, like, Ymir was the one controlling Eren the entire time. Or Ymir had this grand plan in mind. Like, it was her that planned all this out and not Eren. Yet, for it to be this was just a huge letdown for everyone. And as mentioned earlier, she literally never talks. Like, so when it comes to, like, hypothesizing, like, why she did what she did, it's literally other characters, majority male characters, explaining why she did what she did. Eren does this to explain why he did what he did. Armin or Zeke explains why, like, she has former Titan holders in the realm with her. And Mikasa does this to explain why, like, she was the one that had to kill Eren. So obviously the biggest thing is like, well, why is she even mute? It's never explained why she's mute. I think even if I did get an explanation, it would still not help the fact that she just never talks. And the same can go for Kaguya. She barely talks herself. For when we reach Kaguya, first off, in regards to her backstory, for some reason, they were hyper-focused on her lover situation. So it literally felt like she was a side character to her own origin story. And when it came to her battle with Naruto and Sasuke, she was also pretty much mute the entire time. She said like one or two things here and there. And then plus, it was Black Zetsu doing all the talking. Not only all the talking, but he was the one telling her what to do in that fight, which was super frustrating. So at the end of the day, both Ymir and Kaguya were just simple shells to the power the male characters needed in order to push the plot forward. In the case of Attack on Titan, that would be Eren using Ymir for his rebelling. For at the end of the day, we just can't prove that it was indeed Ymir that wanted the rumbling because she doesn't say anything. And in regards to Kaguya, that would be with Black Zetsu, since it was him that pretty much like brought her back and stayed watching and lurking the ninja world for many centuries. And at the end of the day, to see in Boruto, like the other Asatsuki clan members like Ishiki and Momoshiki being able to not only walk the walk but talk the talk, yet Kaguya didn't, obviously raises alarms. Like, the only clear difference between Kaguya and Ishiki and Momoshiki is that Kaguya is female and the other two are male. And so I agree with this YouTuber who knows that, look, I get it, shonen anime are meant for boys, but you still have to recognize your female viewers. And I'll say this is especially a case given that, like, anime is becoming very popular. The gap between men and female viewers are getting smaller. And so I'm definitely not saying it should conform to Western views. I'm just saying that it should recognize its female audience. Thank you for checking out this video. Do you know any other female characters in anime that fit the power device category? If so, or you have any other thoughts or comments about this video or this topic, I would love to hear them in the comment section below. Thank you for checking out this video and have a great day, week, month, year, decade. Bye!